All right. Yo, welcome back to the Nervous Breakdown podcast. It's episode 4. Yeah, we're chilling, and we got a special guest for you. His name, if he wants to introduce himself.
MrJimmySteel 25.
Legend. All right. Well, speaking of legends, dude, you've been turning it up in like the Wii Sports categories. Is that correct?
Oh yes, I never expected to be popping off in Wii Sports as much as I've been right now. So for a while I haven't really been able to do much in Wii Sports. I've been grinding all sports, which is really RNG heavy. A lot of RNG required, especially in baseball. Um, but for a while I haven't been able to get a PB in that. But just recently I did like a few weeks ago, and then like a few days after that I got the bowling pro status world record, and just after that I just been getting like PBs like every week or so in all these different Wii Sports categories, and yeah, I've just been really popping off. It's surprising me how well I'm doing right now, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I've seen like whether it be the Twitter posts or because I've seen like the video of your bowling world record, and I'm like, dude, that must be so nerve wracking on pace. Like I can only imagine that.
Yeah, it is really nerve wracking. I mean, I've been on pace for it before, so I had an idea of the feeling being on pace. So I'm already used to it. So I'm able to that like helps getting on pace there again. When you get to like the third or fourth game. So yeah, luckily that day and that run, I just happened to be pretty consistent with the strike strat. So
Right.
I just focused on that the best I could, and um, yeah, and ended up clutching it out, getting the world record, got the first 7-1X in that category, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that pays off. Like that's huge. Like any world record in any game is like impressive. So that's sick that you're able to do that.
Yeah, I'm very glad I was able to do it. I knew I could do it. It's been something I've been grinding for a few months, so I was very relieved. I was very relieved to get that, and yeah, I'm just very happy to get that.
Cool, cool. So I'm just gonna ask you like a set of questions. Cool little icebreaker right there. But yeah, just if you don't mind telling me where you're from, tell everyone where you're from. A little about
I am
yourself.
from Sure, yeah, I'm from Long Island. I'm from New York, close to the city. Started speed running in early 2017 after watching a Stumbling Salt video on Mario 64 120 star. That just seeing Cheese and Punkgate grind their world records, and especially seeing Cheese trying to get 139 back then was really inspiring to me and made me want to try it out myself. So I learned the game on Wii VC, practiced for like a week, and I did my first run. It was a really bad run. It was an hour and 20 minutes, like probably one of the worst first runs ever. But yeah, I got that down over time. Um, Eventually made the move to N64. Um, Ended up getting a 1522. That's where my 16 star time stands as of right now, and I want to grind. My plan is to grind the other categories eventually one day, but right now I'm kind of taking a hiatus from the game. I've been pushing myself a little too much in that game, and I'm a little burnt out. So yeah, so I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing Wii Sports and other Wii Series speed runs lately, just to chill out from that.
Yeah, dude, I noticed that like when you started like grinding like we sports more seriously, I was like, well, Jimmy hasn't done like 16 star in a bit, but I dude, honestly, like I'm the same way. Like, obviously I do like the Mario Cam runs, and dude, when you don't feel something in your heart, you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, gotta take a break sometimes.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, what's the point?
Exactly, dude. I feel like more people should do that because I think long term it's like better for your mentality.
Yeah, if I'm not having fun, I don't do it. I'm not gonna force myself to do it. Um, so as soon as I felt that, I stopped playing. every time I've tried to get back into the game since, like every few months I've tried, but it still feels the same. Uh, I'm just not having that much fun with it as compared to like a year or two ago. So I've yeah, I've moved on to Wii Sports for now, and yeah, I'm really having fun doing that lately. I really enjoy doing that, and so that's my passion as of right now.
Dude, good shit. Well, my next question for you: who's your favorite speedrunner to watch? Like, it could be any runner. Like, it doesn't have to be SM64 when you aren't running yourself.
Uh, there's a few that come to mind. I love Lunar Jump mainly
Uh,
because of his mentality, and he's just very persistent and stuff.
let's go.
I love yeah, I love his personality too. Um, so I think I'd have to say Lunar Jump to be honest, for those reasons.
Hell yeah, we love Lunar around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you grow up a Nintendo fan like all your life? And like, what is like your first console that you ever got?
I don't remember the first console I got. I did grow up a Nintendo fan, yes. But growing up, I had a GameCube and a PS2. I played them both equally, I would say. Um, there's games on both consoles I really enjoyed playing. I enjoyed playing SMS on the GameCube, Super Mario Sunshine, and I did play a little bit of the Thousand Year Door, but I don't think I got that far into the game. But I remember me and my brother we would play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube a lot growing up. That was really fun. I have very uh, good memories of us playing that together. Um, so yeah, I did grow up a Nintendo fan. I kind of uh, around the time when Call of Duty Black Ops 1 came out, I stopped playing Nintendo games as much. Like I had a Wii too. I forgot to mention. I played that a lot, Wii Sports and uh, all that. But yeah, I around the time Black Ops 1 came out, I kind of stopped being a Nintendo fan for a bit. Was mainly playing Xbox 360 with my classmates from school. Played a lot of Call of Duty back then for like 2 or 3 years, and then the Wii U came out, and I got hooked with Nintendo again, and I got a 3DS as well, and I started like to really enjoy Mario again. Um, and since then, I haven't, re- I don't think there's really been a time period where I was like heavily invested into Call of Duty again. Like I did play Black Ops 3 when it came out, but not as much as like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 and all the other old school Call of Duty games from that era.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like me and you like have like a similar story because I was like less heavily focused on like the Wii per se, but I did grow up playing like GameCube, and then I went to 360. And then I played a lot of Modern Warfare 3, which was like a really cool game for me.
Ooh,
And
yeah, I like that game.
it's a fun ass game. I remember me and my friends used to just like fuck around, be stupid kids, you know?
I love Infected in that game. That was really fun.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was the best. So good.
I remember I used to host private. Yeah, I used to host private lobbies. Uh, I used to host private infected lobbies in Modern Warfare 3. I would just invite a bunch of random players I met through public lobbies and just invite them. I'd message them too, saying like private infected lobby, and then sometimes I'd like max out the private lobbies, get like have like 18-person games in there. That was just so much fun for my 10-year-old self. I was like couldn't believe I had these full lobbies.
Dude, it's such a different time, you know? Things were so different and, you know, simpler time.
Yeah,
Anyways,
different era for sure.
no, definitely. Um, my next question for you is basically like we're talking about Wii Sports already, but how did that tournament come about? And like, what was that with that briefcase full of money that you got?
I had a feeling if you asked about the tournament, you were going to ask about that.
That's funny.
Uh, the, so the tournament, I actually after that tournament, I talked with the guy hosting it, and he said that he wanted to put in a Wii Sports tournament because all the other tournaments were like not as family friendly. Like they were very like competitive,
Okay.
like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, like Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart is maybe family friendly, but all those other fighter games aren't as like family friendly. So the guy suggested, hey, maybe we should put like Wii Sports Bowling uh, in there, and like let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. And so that's how that got in. That's how that got into the tournaments of that expo.
Oh
And
shit.
yeah, it was definitely like family friendly. There were like kids around my age, and there were some adults too. There's a few kids younger than me too. Um, so it was definitely a family friendly uh, type thing, and yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed talking with everyone and just interacting and just like watching all the matches happen. Um, so yeah, that went successful, and the money, that briefcase full of money, I have no idea what the context to that is. They just said, "Here, hold this," and while we take a picture for our social media, they called it Bison Bucks or something. I think from like Street Fighter or something. So
Oh
that was
really?
one of the tournaments they had. Yeah, of like that was one of the tournaments they had. So yeah, I guess that has something to do with it. Maybe it's some like inside joke with that expo or something.
No, yeah, because like I remember seeing that picture, and I think it was like one of the first pictures I saw that morning, and I was like, oh my god, he's like holding a shitload of money in his hands.
Yeah,
Which
I wish it were real.
yeah, it gave me a good laugh. I was like, oh dude, like now not only is this guy just like being a legend, he like got a whole buttload of cash.
Yeah, I remember some people messaging me too, like, what was with that money? And I'm like, dude, I had no idea. They just told me to hold this.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, well, my next question for you is: do you have any desire to run any other speed games besides the ones you're running right now?
Um, I do have a desire to. I'm thinking about running since the Thousand Year Door remake got announced a few days ago on the Nintendo Direct. That lately I've been thinking like maybe I should try running the original game since I never got that far as a kid. Maybe I should try and like speed run it, learn the speed run, try to beat it, and just see how I enjoy it. But other than that, there's also a game I used to play on the PS2 back then called Bully. It's by Rockstar. Very underrated game in my opinion. But I wanted to learn the speed run for that too. It's like 2 to 3 hours. It's long, but like not that long compared to the Thousand Year Door. I believe I don't even know what the world record in Thousand Year Door is. I forget, and
It's
I
like
think there's
three
like different.
hours.
Yeah, okay, so it's about the same amount of time. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I wanted to run a Rockstar game for a while, so I've been thinking about trying Bully out because I really played that a lot back in the day. Me and my brother, remember just me and my brother grinding the missions out and uh, just like having fun in those like little that like carnival you could play. Like there's like a bunch of arcade games you can play too. It was really fun. But yeah, I think Bully or the Thousand Year Door. I think those are some runs I'd like to try to learn someday, at least right now.
Uh, yeah, I've never played Bully, but I've been suggested that it's like really good. It's like greasers, jocks, all that stuff. And
Yeah,
of course, Thousand Year Door is like a classic, and I honestly would like be open to running that too, but it's just really long, and I'm not really that into like really long categories.
yeah. That's why I don't really run a whole lot of longer games like that. Most of the speed runs I run are like under half an hour, 20 minutes. There's a few runs I've done that have been like over an hour. I think one of them was over 2 hours, which would be 120 star, but technically I've got that down to under 2 hours now. So
Ooh,
y-
good time, man.
yeah.
All right, so my next question for you is: being a 16-star veteran, do you see the category getting much lower than the current record by Suiji right now?
At the time, Suiji got that 1435 up. I was like, okay, this is it. Like 16 stars over, 16 stars dead. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty much what everyone's reaction was.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
everyone thought that.
yeah, thinking about it now, though, I mean, I think there's a chance in the future it could be beaten. Who knows when that is? It could be like a year from now. It could be many years from now. Um, but I think it does. If you really analyze the run, uh, there are a few minor time losses throughout the run. You can save like maybe like you can save like a few seconds from it. But you gotta like execute. You gotta get the same run Suiji got, but just without those like minor time losses. I think possibly in the future we could see someone lower it by a few seconds. I just have no idea when that would be. But yeah, I think one day definitely it'll be lowered.
Yeah, definitely possible for sure. All right, so in our next question, this is a pretty good one. I kind of thought about this, and I was like, huh. In a hypothetical SM64 remake, what would you do different? Would you change anything?
Um, I would I would I don't think I would change much. I would just don't make it like the DS version where you can only control with the D-pad.
Oh yeah,
Like yeah, I'm sure if they remade it, like they would do it on the console that actually has an analog stick. So yeah, don't make that mistake again.
yeah.
Um,
I personally thought the DS version was good, but yeah, the D-pad was like, ugh.
I still never played the DS version, but I know it has like an extra, it has like a few more levels or something and a few more stars.
Yeah, yeah, it is. TTM's quite different. A lot of things are different actually, but yeah, it's a different game
Oh,
basically.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess like add add even more, like somehow extend the castle, add some even more levels, maybe add like have like have more characters like Mips, have more characters like him like scattered throughout the levels, like so you can like grab stars from them, kind of like the monkey in TTM2. Uh, yeah, I don't really have anything else to add though. More characters, I guess you can play as would be cool. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely like a really good game on its own. Like, you don't need to add all that much, but hey, I was like, oh, maybe like he has something to add when like you said, like more monkeys or more characters. Maybe that would be
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah, more like more. I guess more characters you can talk to throughout the levels is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand. But what did you think about the Super Mario Brothers movie? Did you like it?
Oh, I really loved it. Yeah, that's it's definitely. I don't care what the critics say about it. I don't care if it's like I don't care if it's not like a masterpiece of a plot or whatever. It's still one of my favorite movies of all time. I love the animation. The soundtrack was great, and I just love it because I'm a big Mario fan. Uh, so I kind of have a bias like with the Mario movie with that like for that reason too. But um, yeah, I just loved it mainly because of the animation and it's like just seeing the guys on the screen. It's like you don't really see that happen that often. I think the only other time it's happened was with the '93 live action movie.
Oh yeah, it was Mario's like family, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Uh, it's like that. No, the live action movie. I've never seen it, but
Oh,
um,
oh, okay, okay, gotcha.
yeah, it's that one. Yeah, I really loved it though. It was a great movie. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, dude, I love the movie too. Cause not only did they just like nail the art, like the whole animations, like you said, like it was just like a really good movie, and the references were like on point, and it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, I love the references too, and I didn't mind the voice acting as much as some other people might have. I was able to look past it and just see the movie for what it is.
Most definitely. Okay, so I seen that you draw quite a bit. Your art's like really creative. Have you always been creative as an artist?
Um, I haven't really drawn that much before I started drawing digital art. Um, so I can't really say for sure that I've been like that creative. I did definitely draw and doodle around a bit, uh, like many years ago and stuff. I wish I still had those drawings, but um, I think only recently I've just been trying to be like more creative with my work now and my digital art.
No, yeah, that's dope because I see like a lot of your drawings and I'm like, that's like, that's really cool because like it's different. It's not like, and I'm not saying like all artists are like the same or anything because that's just not true, but like there's definitely like a difference towards your art, you know? You make it unique.
Yeah, like the art style.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I it's all new to me though, so I think right now is I think right now I'm just starting to release my creativity out there into my drawings.
Hell yeah, dude. When you're not in, excuse me, when you're not speedrunning, what other hobbies do you enjoy in your free time?
Well, drawing obviously is one of them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
I like to play baseball as well, and I do like to run on my own time. I used to love running track in high school and cross country, and I think that's sort of how I became invested in speed running because it's kind of a more concept. You're timing yourself IRL. I've kind of became obsessed with time and like timing yourself to do certain tasks. So like it's like speed running was like a no-brainer for me. Like speedrunning was like inevitable for me in the future once I discovered it, and like once I discovered there was a community for it.
Oh yeah, dude, it's all relative. So the fact that like you're like, oh, like I'm timing myself like with like a stopwatch or whatever you use, right? And then you're like, oh well,
Yeah,
I could play Mario that I also enjoy, and I could time myself with this application. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand.
yeah, it's just a really cool and pretty unique thing for me. Like I knew about speedrunning in the past. I've known about it for many years, I guess, but like I've heard of it. But then I didn't really know about it until 2017 when Something Salt started making his videos. Something Salt has been like a blessing to the speedrunning community. He gets like speedrunning out there more in the YouTube world. He gets more people to know about it and learn about it.
Oh yeah, dude, he's kind of a lifesaver for the speedrunning community because nobody else does what he does. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true, but like he does it in a way that like captivates an audience, and I enjoy that too.
Yeah, the iconic music he
Yeah,
chooses and just how he explains everything is just really uh really iconic.
cannot agree more, my friend. So that's funny because my next question is: you've been in a summing salt video in 2017.
Oh yeah. Well 2021.
Oh, was it 2021? I'm stupid. Okay. Um,
Yeah,
so you,
the Wii Sports the history of Wii Sports world record videos. I was on that video.
oh right, okay. So in 2021, my bad. That must have been cool, right? Like being in a summoning salt video. Like, did people like close to you, like where they were like, where did you tell them first of all, or were you just like keeping that to yourself?
Oh yeah, it was surreal. Like being in a video of one of my inspirations, like one of the being in a video of someone that got me into speedrunning is just it was really cool and it was a really cool experience. And I actually knew about the video. I knew before it came out that it was being developed, like made. I heard from some insiders of the Wii Sports community, so I knew about it. Um, and yeah, I didn't tell anyone. Like I told my brothers about it, but I didn't really tell any of my old friends about it. They did hit me up though and message me saying, oh, like, hey, this is you. You're in the something saw video. A few people did do that.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, like I always like wonder like how that would be, but it's like it's only like in your head, you know, like when it actually happens. Like for instance, like Mario Cam got covered like briefly by this like Brazil like type YouTuber, and I was like, that's cool, but like it kind of sucks because I can't really understand Portuguese. um, but like that's so cool. Like like somebody just like covering you, and what you do.
Yeah, Wii Sports. I was not expecting to be in a something saw video with Wii Sports. I thought it might have been for a different game like Mario, but I never thought he would make a Wii Sports video until he made the Wii Sports Golf video, and then I'm like, wait, there might be a chance sometime in the future that he could do it on All Sports, and then I would be featured in it. But I never thought he would actually do it. I didn't think he would actually do it, but I was really surprised to learn when he was making the video, and just couldn't wait because I had to keep it a secret to everyone I knew in my community, and I finally told them. I did a live reaction to it too, and we were just all hyped seeing my name in that video.
That's sick. Well, Jimmy, I have a couple more questions for you. So, yeah, have you read any of the self help books like the Mind Body Prescription or the Inner Game of Tennis?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so you've never read any of those books?
Nah, I, I, they sound familiar, but no, I haven't. I have not read them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like a lot of like the runners in the community, they're like very instrumental on like some of them, at least on like the Inner Game of Tennis, and they like read them, and it helps like their mentality. But like, according to you, you're like Giga Chad, don't need it.
Yeah, no, I think I do recognize that book now. I think didn't Simply talk about it one time in one of
Yes,
his
yes.
videos.
It was simply, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, he like used it to help with his something, his like hand problem or wrist problem or something.
Yeah, it was his hand pain.
Yeah. No, I haven't really felt the need to read it. I mean, it sounds interesting now. Now that you mention it, but no, I've been fine for the most part with my mentality and uh, like just yeah, my mentality, I guess. I'm just a persistent dude, I guess. Um, I don't think I really need to read that, but it just sounds yeah, it sounds interesting now. I might have to look into that book. Give it a read.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, do whatever you're doing right now because it seems to be working.
Oh
um,
yeah, right now it's working for Wii Sports.
yes, sir. Well, okay. My last question for you, Jimmy, and thanks for your time. But what kind of advice would you give an aspiring Mario 64 speedrunner?
Um, don't expect to be improving like super fast. Take your take your time too with it. Um, practice with Usemune or yeah, just if you're on emulator or N64, practice with Usemune. Practice for a while before doing runs. And when you're first doing runs, don't just reset if you fail something right away. Like because it's like it's not like it matters anyway because you don't have a PB. So just yeah, don't reset over like missing lack to skip for example. Just continue on, finish the run, and yeah, just keep grinding away. I guess try to stay positive about your grind too. Try not to get yourself down about it. Um, it's gonna take some time. It's sometimes it just takes a while to PB. So you just gotta keep on playing and practicing and stuff. And um, so yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's clearly important. Mentality is key if you want to improve. And you heard it here, folks, from like the man himself. Like he has a 15.2x. That's a Zyabop, correct?
Yeah, barely, but I have it by 2 seconds.
There you go. And I'm sure he'll get 1X one day. But yeah, I mean, you just got to listen to what he said. Don't burn out because burnout, it's bad. You don't want to burn out.
Oh yeah, and if you're not having fun with the game, definitely take some time away from it. Do something else that you love, and then when the time comes, it'll feel right. You can return and yeah, just keep grinding away.
Hell yeah, Jimmy. Well, man, dude, thanks for like coming on the podcast. I don't really have anything much, to ask you, but yeah, do you have any plans? Anything you want to plug?
I stream on Twitch, MrJimmySteel 25. Um, I'm also been making some YouTube videos lately. I mean, I mainly upload my personal best on there, but thinking about making some YouTube shorts and of like clips of my streams as YouTube shorts and maybe some actual scripted videos. I have plans for that, but uh, for now they're just in the planning stages. I'm also on Twitter if you want to follow me there, or X as it's called now.
Oh yeah, X for sure.
Yeah. But no, that is about it. Thanks for having me on the podcast. It was fun getting to talk to you finally, and I hope they enjoyed watching the or listening to the episode.
Oh, dude, I'm sure. And dude, we should get into VC, pretty soon because I thought the conversation went well.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it did too. Yeah, it was fun talking to you. We should.
All right, man. You have a good night, and just thanks for doing it.
All right, no problem. Have a good night.
All right, see you, man.
Peace.